Okay, so welcome to our meditation on a Tuesday. It's a really beautiful day today. We've got sunshine and we can hear the fountain, the water in the fountain outside. We're between Christmas and New Year. There's some nice butterflies outside. The agapanthus is flowering. It looks green outside. So we have a small group this morning. So welcome and enjoy whatever peace and whatever meaning you can glean from this half an hour. We hope everyone is well and having the experiences that they would wish over this season. So allow yourself to relax and be calm and be still. Relaxed in body, calm in emotions, still in the mind. Two of our main methods that we can use to deepen these states are to use our breath, within which we can exert a degree of control over our earthly vehicle and communicate to it that we are safe. So we do this by slowing down our breath, taking it a little deeper into our abdomen and extending the out breath so that it is longer than the in breath. So that is one simple method that we use. And we just incrementally slow down our breathing over a period of minutes. So this is one method. The other method is to use our mind to choose to only be focused in this moment and in this place where we find ourselves. So we allow the past and the future to recede its conditioning influences over our earthly vehicle. The more we allow our mind to dwell unhealthily on the past and the future, then the more we limit our capacity to deepen our state of relaxation, our state of calmness, and our state of stillness. So we make a choice for our own highest good to be completely focused in this moment. Focusing on our breath can help this. Focusing on the sounds and sensations that we are experiencing right now can help us do this. So you may add a degree of enhanced and added focus to listening to my voice or to other sounds around you, to feeling the space around you. Noting the temperature, noting where your body touches the seat or the floor or whatever you are sitting on or in, or lying on or in. Where your body touches these things. These are things that are happening now. And they are usually non-threatening. And they offer an opportunity for us to relax our physical body, calm our emotions, and still our mind. So allow these processes to deepen. Allow your breath to slow. Allow your body to find a state of peace. Once we find the state of peace, we can focus on that. We can notice what it feels like. And with practice, we can deepen the sense of overall peacefulness. Assuming that all the other practices are still in place, we allow those to recede to the background. We allow ourselves to experience and feel the peacefulness and enjoy the peacefulness that we can find in relaxation and calmness and stillness. And then we can notice the point of awareness that is more akin to our true self. That part of us that is utilizing the physical brain for thoughts, that is beginning to access information from outside of ourselves, not just the sensory information, but information via the abstract mind. When we are practiced in this, we will notice thoughts and ideas, maybe images, impressions. And this works much better within the context of a vehicle that is at peace, as we have just created. And so we can begin the meditation and the contemplation, having created the conditions of peace. So Father, Mother, God, creator of all things, we ask for blessings on this meditation. We ask that we be guided and supported, nurtured, led along, enlightened, informed, in whatever way is for the highest good during these few minutes of meditative peace. We welcome those beings of the light that guide us, that constitute members of the hierarchy perhaps, the constitute members of the angelic realm, perhaps. Beings of all levels above the lower subplanes of the mental plane. So in reality, constituting those beings which occupy the levels of consciousness that our own soul occupies. This ensures clarity. This ensures that we are not engaging with lower astral thought forms and emotional forms, mixes of the two. So we welcome all those beings that constitute those of the light. We welcome your participation. We extend gratitude to you. To contemplate the great invocation. Great invocation was probably adapted from an earlier set of material by the hierarchy, given to us by the hierarchy of ascended masters, and came to more prominence around the time of the Second World War, around 80 years ago. So our contemplation today revolves around a particular stanza. There are 4 short stanzas, and the third stanza holds some instructive information that I personally am always drawn to. So relax, be at peace, allow your awareness to listen as deeply as you wish as I relate the great invocation in its entirety. And it begins now. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men and women. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men and women. May Christ return to earth. From the centre where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men and women, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the centre which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. And so ends the great invocation. Contemplate that the great invocation is substantially a request that humanity can make to invoke the highest support and assistance from the hierarchy. It constitutes, in some ways, a description of the relationship between the hierarchy and humanity. And some constitutes a description of some of the methods and ways by which this relationship can do its best work. Yes, it was designed for a time that is different to now, but there are themes and ideas and concepts and descriptions that are very relevant still. So the great invocation describes pathways by which the hearts and minds of humanity, individuals within humanity, may engage the hierarchy and may engage the higher impulses of God. The first stanza refers to the mind of God influencing the minds of individual humans. The second stanza refers to the heart of God influencing the hearts of individual humans. The third stanza in some ways refers to the role of the hierarchy and implies a connection with humanity. And the fourth stanza describes humanity's role in manifesting the higher qualities of God in the hierarchy. So in our context here at the centre, the third stanza describing the hierarchy and the relationship with humans as a collective and as individuals is most relevant. So the third stanza I will repeat now. From the centre where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. So this describes the hierarchy's role in understanding God's plan, understanding the will of God as it expresses as the plan. the will of God and the plan are intricately linked. So this describes, or the plan describes, what God would have humanity do and be in some ways. So the hierarchy largely constitutes, in our context, the center where the will of God is known. So from the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men. So the hierarchy has a purpose which it endeavors to convey and externalize through men and women on the earth, incarnated men and women on the earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men and women. So the little wills of men and women are their individuated self, their self-will, and it is our task over many lifetimes to align with the will of God. And so the mechanism by which this happens is that we work with and align with the hierarchy, which is the center where the will of God is known. So the ascended masters that exist at the level of the soul kingdom. So the kingdom above the human kingdom. We have the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the human kingdom, and the soul kingdom. Having the greatest contact and influence and expression on the earth. So the hierarchy, to the extent that they can, understand the plan of God, the higher being within which we all exist. And they act as mediators between the human kingdom and the kingdom above the hierarchy, which exists at the level of the monad, the true spirit. So the hierarchy, which we spend much time gently endeavoring to understand what it is that they wish for us to externalize on their behalf. The hierarchy are the mediators between a higher level again that understands the will of God and the earth plane upon which we exist. And we extend, hopefully, the principles and the plan, that part of the plan and the principles inherent within the plan, to the kingdoms below us. That is a part of the overall plan. So again, the third stanza reads, From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men and women, the purpose which the masters know and serve. So again, we have the purpose which the masters know and serve. So the ascended masters on the plane of soul understand more of the plan of God than we do, and it is their task and role to convey that and externalize that with our support and help. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men and women, the purpose which the masters know and serve. So the hierarchy above us is not some random plane of existence that just does what it likes. It exists to further the plan and the will of God. Many people on the earth believe that they are going to escape the earth, that some soon to be attained free will choice moment and cease to incarnate so that they may move away from the framework within which we exist. Only when we evolve past the level of being a human, so once we've taken the fifth initiation, we evolve on to the plane of soul, so we become a member of the hierarchy. And hand in hand with that process, we have chosen to remain committed to the plan and to externalize the work of the hierarchy being the plan of God, being the hierarchy which understands the purpose of God. So all the tasks that we make or that we undertake to evolve and perfect being a human leads us not away from humanity, but to being a greater support and higher level help for humanity substantially on the earth. The last line of the stanza, the purpose which the masters know and serve. I commend everybody to take particular note that these beings which have perfected being a human and have become that which supports being a human serve the same purpose being the plan of God on earth. The hierarchy have not evolved because they have a willingness to escape their responsibility and the idea of service to humanity. They have evolved because they embody completely the principle and the ideal of service to humanity. Service of humanity to externalize God's plan. This is substantially an inescapable path. So anything that you hear that deflects you away from the idea of evolving towards service of humanity, and that moves you towards an idea of escaping humanity, even to something described as heaven, so that you are able to remove yourself from the human family. Anything that suggests that loving and serving humanity as a part of God's plan. Anything that suggests that there are other pathways that lead you higher on the evolutionary path must be viewed with extreme caution. Skepticism, by all means, engage with all the things that seem right. Only the truth looks very much like it has been described, and as is described in the great Invocation. The higher the quality human, the more intensely and deeply they wish to serve humanity by helping them to evolve. This is a most important point. The masters that have perfected being a human and have transcended the need to partake in the cycle of birth and rebirth via the usual ways that a human is born and lives. The ones that have transcended this are deeply committed and in service to humanity. The purpose which the masters know and serve. It's the most important point. As we complete the meditation, know that the truth is hard to sort from that which is not the truth. It is not an easy task. That which is not truth and leads us away from our inevitable path towards God and the hierarchy is easy to find. It often sounds convincing. Only it is the discernment of this chaff from the wheat of truth that truly comes to us from the hierarchy. The task of discernment is the most advanced and difficult one. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. It is likely you will get there sooner. Thank those beings of the light that support our meditations. We are most grateful. Father, Mother, God, Creator of all things, we thank you for this very peaceful morning. We thank you for those beings that bring us the truth. We honour the divine in all. Thank you.